Hello fellow travellers, my name is Will and welcome to the COSPOD. In this little show we'll be travelling through the universe trying to figure out and discover what makes our universe tick and how it works. Today's episode is about gravity, so let's get into it. Now you may be asking yourself, Will, what is gravity? Well, let me tell you. Gravity is one of the four fundamental forces of nature that exist in our universe. It's always acting on me, you, your parents, even your dog if you have one. Even though we're unable to see it, gravity affects us in our everyday lives. Now, let's take a look at a physical experiment you can do at home. For this, it's simple. All you'll need is a tennis ball. Now, take your tennis ball and throw it up into the air. No matter how hard you throw it, it will always come back down. Now, throw the ball to your left or right. The ball may fly sideways for a second, but you will see that as it moves, it will slowly start to be pulled back down to the earth. This is because of gravity. Gravity is super cool and super strong. It's what keeps the earth and the moon together. The earth's gravitational pull is always acting on the moon, and the same vice versa. This is why we have the tides, as the moon's gravity is pulling and pushing the water in all of our Earth's oceans. So you may now be asking yourself the question, well, who discovered gravity and when? Well, let me tell you. Gravity was discovered by a man called Sir Isaac Newton in 1665. While he was sitting near an apple tree, he noticed that an apple had fallen off the tree. That's when the question popped into his head. Why did the apple fall down? Why did it not float up? Or even float off to the side? Well, this is when he thought of the concept of gravity as we know it today. Gravity is an invisible force that acts on all objects, pulling them towards the center of the earth. The greater the mass of an object, the greater its gravitational strength. Basically, the bigger something is, the stronger its gravitational pull is. So let's recap what we've discussed today. Gravity is an invisible force which is always acting upon you and me in our everyday lives. It's what keeps us from floating off into space. Gravity is a force that always pulls everything down in the direction of the Earth's core. This is why even if you're in a country like Australia, for example, you won't go floating off into space. Gravity is an amazing and interesting topic that I personally love to talk about, and I hope I've inspired some of you guys to learn about space and our universe later in your lives. My name's Will, this has been the COSPOD, and I'll see you later fellow travellers. Peace.